This piece can be worn as a sleeve. Yeah, it's called 6s and 10s. I'm going to just hold this. Rosie sits on the edge of her chair, as if it might grab her from behind. Looks as though she's trying to hide, but she ain't going nowhere. Concrete body glued right there. Wide eyes stare out in fright, and Joe says, "Rosie, there's no headlights." Rosie can't hear her. She's not quite here. It's not on purpose. Not at all. Rosie's just used to trying to disappear. Been doing it since she was very small. When you're 6, you don't have much choice. Home is home, even if it's not. And that home was all Rosie got. But Joe says, "Listen to my voice." Rosie looks to the side, can't hold her gaze, and Joe knows she should give her space, so she looks there too, a point on the floor. And only slowly, as they talk, eyes meet and look away. Baby steps to feeling safe. And Joe says, "Rosie, you're okay." But she's still so tense, cowering, small. It makes her look so vulnerable. Joe can't stand it. She wants to stay calm, but inside her blood is trying to boil. Hands want to shake Rosie out of it. Voice wants to shout her to stop. Joe's been shouting on the inside since she was 10. Being tough was all she got. Joe knows this frustration's a cover-up. To stop her feeling helpless and lost, she can feel Rosie's fear as if it's her own, and that's not somewhere she ever learned to go. So they're sitting in the corner with coffee cups. Joe holds tight to her spoon. Music's too quiet, too loud, shut up, there's too many people, not enough room. Rosie, 6, doesn't feel safe. Joe, 10, angry inside. Both of them 30-something, but emotions are so deeply wired. Rosie, 6, doesn't feel safe. Joe, 10, angry inside. Both of them 30-something, but emotions are deeply wired. So what happens next? Joe takes a deep breath, doesn't want this to escalate. Thinks about popping off to the loos to give herself a little bit of space. But before she knows it, she said something sharp. Words lash out in arm's place. Rosie's hurt and fires back darts with just the expression on her face. And now Joe's panicked, out of control. She didn't want to hurt her, and the sense of shame, it's too much like a very old feeling that it's all her fault again. In the middle of her chest, there's a ball of rage. Starts to blame Rosie with words that break, but then turns it inside, like always, to the lonely, quiet place of self-hate. Rosie feels left alone. Joe's shut down again. Rosie never was sure she could trust this one. Joe just seems too self-absorbed. Rosie will never be the one to go. She just knows how to wait. All she wanted was to feel seen and heard, wonders why she doesn't deserve that. So they're sitting with coffee cups, looking down at the floor. All it would take is a gentle touch, but they're too far apart. So they're sitting, coffee cups, looking, floor. All it would take.
Oh! God damn.